Hello, football fans. I'm Ryan. I'm being joined by
I'm also Ryan.
two Ryans, better than one. Let's go to the play.
First down, Beach with three receivers to Hayden's left, two to his right. He gets a
Looks like
snap. It's
close
kind of
game,
low. Has
Ryan.
some time. Throws over the middle, complete, and hit hard.
This
And
was a
big
close
hit.
game.
Going to pick up
Oh,
about
big
4 or
hit
5
there,
yards.
Ryan. What do we got?
Luke Urban took a big hit there.
Can have a couple of
See
things because
the
it did
refs
kind
are
of look like
talking
the
here. See if they're gonna
defender
call a
sort of
targeting.
stood
It's a flag down.
over
It is. They
the
might
pass
call a
catcher.
15
Yeah,
yarder
there
or
was
cut
some
half. See what they
extracurricular
call.
discussion
The
there.
flag
So
is
was
down at about
do we
the
have something that was
Beechwood,
said, or
I'm
do we
sorry,
have
the
an
Cubcap
action during the
31.
play?
Urban took a real hard hit to the back. He picked up about 4 yards on the play. See
The
what
white
they
hat
call.
will tell us.
Personal foul. Targeting.
Personal foul
Cubcap.
on the defense. I'm going to assume they had a defenseless receiver with that, but I'm going to have to see that again, Ryan.
Sure, we can make that
I'm not-
happen.
Quote Tony Romo. Ah!
Yeah, you sound just like him.
Yeah, I don't. He didn't wrap up. There was some forcible contact. The receiver was clearly I would characterize it as defenseless, but also you have to allow the defensive player to play to make a play on the ball. But Ryan, what are you seeing?
I've seen more of an unsportsmanlike, I think, than defenseless player, but I am not completely turned off by this call. I can get while it is defenseless player, even though the pass catcher caught the ball, he could still be defenseless, and so that hit could be deemed an illegal hit on a defenseless player, personal foul, and that looks like what they called, as there's no other signal but the personal foul call, and defenseless player doesn't have its own signal, so we're going to assume that. So I think there's a couple of questions we can go with. Do you like personal foul or do you like unsportsmanlike, and would you call both? Maybe you don't think it's an unsportsmanlike, but if you saw what you needed to see, would you call both, or would you just bundle and save? Would you bundle and save and make it one foul, or would you make it two? Do you like the defensive player better? Do you like unsportsmanlike? I'm going to be honest. I kind of like the unsportsmanlike better. Standing over a player, high school football, we want to really, stop that. But I can't really get up in arms about calling it defenseless player.
Yeah. I think that this is one of those calls where if somebody on my crew makes it, I'm not going to argue too much either way. I could definitely see, how we would have a hit on a defenseless receiver, but I also see your point about, unsportsmanlike, with the action act afterwards. I can see both sides of it, and I hate to not make a definitive statement here, but I might agree with you if you force me to and say, I'm probably looking at the taunting action afterwards a little more critically than the defenseless receiver call. But I certainly see what they certainly see where they're coming from on it.
The announcers were talking targeting, and I think that's one thing that some people get confused with. Targeting is taking aim at a player above the shoulders. Mm-hmm. Defenseless player is just a player due to their focus isn't really focused on being hit. So this didn't look like it was the defender was taking aim above the shoulders, but it did look like maybe the receiver was defenseless. We could deem the receiver defenseless. And even though he caught the ball, we can still have, at least that's how I interpret it, we can still have a defenseless player.
Yeah, and the defender had an opportunity to wrap, in that situation. If he wraps, even if there is a big hit, I have certainly no call there. And so that might be a piece to look at in similar plays. Is there any wrapping up with that?
And for coaches that are listening, like a coach is watching this, if coaches are listening, have your kids wrap up or use their hands. That's probably going to eliminate most of these types of fouls, if not all. I can't say all, but it's definitely going to decrease this stuff. Wrap up or just come in with the hands. The lowering of the shoulder, we see that, trying to punish, and that's going to, I think, definitely increase your odds for a foul. Again, I can't fault the flag for the defenseless player. I'm liking more unsportsmanlike, even though it's more paperwork for us, and I don't like paperwork. But in this game, it was a close game, and this was a big call.
Yeah, and to answer your question about two calls, I wouldn't have two calls there, Ryan. I would, make a determination on which one. With that being said, could there be a situation where we would have two calls? Absolutely. If there's something that is, a clearly, a personal foul, and then we have something that's clearly and obviously, an unsportsmanlike, yeah, we can call two fouls and we can march both off if if we're far enough away to do so. But in that specific situation, I probably would not have two calls.
We don't want to make two calls, but if we have to, we will. It's no big deal. We can march off 215 just as easily. I guess one would be half the distance in this case. We can march off that just as easily as one. But generally, yeah, I like to bundle and save. Just if we can make it one, let's make it one. All right. What do you think? Do you agree with the Ryans? I think we were in agreement on this, weren't we, Ryan?
Yeah,
pretty much.
I would say so.
Or do you have something else? Do you like what the crew called, or would you call something else, or would you call nothing? Hey, let's go spot the ball. Let's play football. Please let us know in the comment section below. We have the best commenters in the business. We want to hear from you. Ryan, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll leave you with the fifth down.